Welcome to Creamer Media's Resources Watch, a weekly video roundup of the events and people making and shaping the news in the mining industry. This week, Optimum Coal lists on the JSE main board and targets stressed assets. The Canadian diamond bourse draws Chinese interest. And ArcelorMittal says that the Kumba Iron Ore dispute resolution process has begun. New black-owned and controlled coal mining and exploration group Optimum Coal has listed in the general mining sector on the JSE's main board.
We see ourselves as a BE consolidator. We see ourselves as a strong BE champion in this country. And if you give us a period of 3 to 5 years, we shall have consolidated the industry.
We need an additional currency over and above cash and debt to be able to do that. We believe that we can buy assets for 50, 60 cents in the rand, on a value accretive basis to be able to grow the pipeline that we currently have.
Optimum Coal is a fantastic way to start the year with a nice big chunky listing in the resource sector. I think it's just good for the South African environment.
The new diamond bourse of Canada is seeing interest already from the fast-growing diamond market in China.
I think the Chinese are looking to create more trade. I think they're also looking to create to get more rough diamonds from Canada for their needs, and even polished diamonds for their needs, because China is a growing consumer market, and also a growing manufacturing units are there. So they need the commodity that comes, they need the raw material that comes out of here, or the polished diamonds that come out of here. Always a little bit of work to get people moving from one trail to another trail. And I think that's what's happening in Canada, is these new trails are being built, and eventually we feel that the mining companies would start to see that it's cost effective to do things within Canada, and people from all over the world can come here to buy. We've got a fantastic country to come to, who doesn't want to come to Toronto to buy diamonds? If they're offered, they will come. And south of the border, you can just think of people just from south of the border, how many people we could attract. Look at how many Canadians travel to Belgium, to India, to Israel to buy diamonds. Wouldn't it be nice to have the reverse?
ArcelorMittal South Africa says that the dispute resolution process with Kumba Iron Ore has begun.
We're in a legal process. We will go through an arbitration process with Kumba. The dispute resolution process itself has begun. The focus of this management team is on fighting for our rights. We're not at this point contemplating failure. We believe that as we stand today, ArcelorMittal still has a contractually binding and valid agreement to receive iron ore from Kumba at cost plus 3%. Over the previous 5 years up to the end of 2009, the average margin achieved by us has been 18% for our steelmaking side of the business. If you look at 2009 alone, which obviously was a very special year in very many respects, what we achieved in that year was, in fact, a loss. At a headline level, we achieved a loss. You then contrast that with Kumba, which over the past 5 years, over the similar 5-year period, was able to achieve a 55% margin, and even in the difficult year of 2009, achieved a 55% margin. Were we to go back and redo this calculation and interpose the higher iron ore costs instead of the cost plus 3 that we're able to enjoy in that period, the steelmaker's margin would have shrunk to 14%. The iron ore miner's margin would have increased to 62%. We will introduce a surcharge, which in the initial introduction will be 600 Rand per ton of steel that we sell in South Africa, delivered to our customers from the 1st of May 2010. It is not ArcelorMittal's intention to benefit in any way, form or fashion from this additional surcharge. It does open the door to some degree to imports coming into the country. How much is a debatable story. I really cannot give you any kind of indication on that, but that is a risk.
For mining news as it breaks, stay logged onto miningweekly.com and register for our free daily newsletter.